Hello and welcome back to the University of Salford film production podcast.
Woo!
Amazing.
Yay.
This is the first one we're going to have back from in real
March.
2020.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's what's the date today? It's 21st.
21st, yeah.
We're dating the episode. Don't care.
Iconic.
Honestly. And this may be the first and last podcast we get to do in the studio, so I hope we'll enjoy it. We have Lucy and Jules here today.
Hello.
Fellow podcast extraordinaires.
Yep.
You know, they actually secretly are the ones pulling the strings. They actually do all the work. I just show up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Can't argue that.
Yeah. Apologies if any of the audio is not very good. We do have to wear masks in here. So I don't know. Do you guys want to kick us off? I know. I mean, I've got a few talking points and stuff. You know. But I'd like you guys to get out what you want to say. I think because we've never had a proper introduction for either of you. I feel like.
No, we haven't. We haven't.
You know.
Yeah, we're just kind of on the credits on Spotify and stuff, aren't we?
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
go first.
Yeah, you guys go.
Yeah, so I'm Lucy. We're all third year film students, film production, that is. Yes, I do the projection of it and also like researching behind the scenes. Me and Jules have been here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Emailing people, trying to get them in to be guests, thinking of questions to write, thinking of questions to like ask, topics to discuss, arguments, that kind of thing. We usually sit in the corner of the studio and put in a WhatsApp call, like chat about this, or we have an argument with each other while it's going on.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
very distracting.
I'm Jules. I kind of have the same role as Lucy, really. We work together finding guests and
Mm-hmm.
making stuff happen with Charles. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Aarif is
Yeah, main man.
Aarif
main
is
man
king.
behind scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's sorting it.
Mhm.
Wow, it's actually so weird being in here.
I know.
Do you not think?
Yeah.
Like, I get really weird energy being in uni now because of how empty it is.
Yeah, it's
like,
really
I feel like
quiet.
it was like 5 years ago that we were last here.
oh my god, I know.
Like we've been invited back finally so
No.
to another podcast.
Oh jeez, yeah. I wish we could have done this over summer. We could have got so many done.
Yeah.
As well.
I think we did quite well though. I mean, when the pandemic when we first went to lockdown, I think we had a bit of a break from it
Mm-hmm.
to figure out what was happening with uni and stuff. But I think we were all ready to kind of do something over summer that was going to allow people to still do film stuff and still kind of stay up to date with things and
Mm-hmm.
try and have some normality. And I think part of the that's the purpose of the podcast really throughout lockdown. It gave people something to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it made people feel like we had stuff going on still, right?
Yeah.
And the university was still
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
And it worked really well.
We had some really good episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great
there was
ones.
some amazing one. Go watch the Doctor Who or listen to the Doctor Who one. You can listen to it on the tram
Or any of them.
or any of
the
them.
podcasts. Yeah,
Any
they're
of
all
them-
online.
Any of them are good.
Go check out US
Yeah.
Film Production on YouTube or Anchor FM or Spotify or Apple Music. We have a lot of content on there
Mm-hmm.
from last year as well.
Yeah. Do you want to kind of talk about how the podcast is run to get people to kind of take on what we
Yes.
do?
Yeah, because we're all third years now.
Yeah.
We've got to find some first
I
and second
know.
years to take over us when we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
when
I mean,
we're gone.
we've only been doing this since second year, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
when did we
it
start
was-
this?
it
Was
was-
it January?
yeah, it was
that we
January.
First started talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I was approached in November. Aarif was like, we're going to do a podcast. And I
Yeah.
was like, cool. Okay, so how's this going to happen? And then, it took a few months, but we finally sorted it out. And
Mhm.
yeah, and now we're leaving uni pretty much.
I know.
Feels like we've got no time left
I
at
know,
all,
it's really depressing, isn't it?
So
I don't feel ready to be leaving for 30. I don't feel ready for that at all.
No.
Oh my god, I know.
I think there was so little closure from second year because we didn't actually get to finish it properly.
Yeah,
Feels
it's
like
a shame that you can't see everyone you used to see in person anymore.
Yeah.
There's like a bit of a disconnect just because you can't see all of your classmates or like all of the lecturers. Even if you didn't have like when you see lecturers walking through the building, you're like, oh hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
You don't have that anymore really. And that's
No,
kind of takes you out of it a bit.
no.
Yeah.
I've been to one lesson in university since
Mhm.
we came back, and that was it.
Yeah, I've been to 2, I think, on the same day. So-
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've been to about 3.
Yeah.
Because I think I've kind of opted to go online just because I don't know where everyone else has been.
I mean, in some ways, it's almost easier, right, to do it online. Okay, yeah, I agree. Like, it is easier to do it online, but it's not the same, is it? No, it just isn't quite as tangible as being here in a radio studio, for example.
That is true.
Having the expensive kit to mess around with, cameras.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've touched a camera since,
it shows.
since March.
The fact that we couldn't get them set up properly, it shows.
Literally, it took us an hour to get the
just
studio
lifting the
ready.
tripod
I could not change the ISO. I could not change any settings. It was not good. It was not a good time.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be saying this.
No, but
I think
I'm just shocked at how bad I was at setting them up.
I feel like it shows, though, right? It just like...
Yeah.
It's making the point. Anyway.
I think it brings home just how much you de-skill.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it was a long time that we've not been at uni, but you
Not
just de-skill so
practicing,
quickly.
Yeah, not practicing.
I mean, I remember the first week back in September that I was back living on my own in Manchester because I obviously went home with parents and stuff over summer. But the first week back that I was living on my own, just going to the shop, I remember I've never ever texted my parents asking how to do something. But I found myself texting my mum asking how to do something. I can't remember what it was. It was just something really random. And as I sent the text, I was like, what am I doing? What has happened to my independence?
Yeah.
I worked so hard over first and second year to be independent and ready to leave home. Went back home for months and just felt so weird living on my own again. Because I lived on my own for 2 weeks before all my housemates moved in. And it was just so... Just that sense of security, it was just so weird and I can't explain it. I mean, have you guys felt the same?
Yeah, it's been nice being back just because I miss Manchester. It's a lot different from Cheltenham, which is a very small place. So Manchester's being nice, but it definitely has felt weird being back and just knowing that like you have to do everything now. But I think in terms of like uni stuff and setting up the kit, it's kind of reassuring knowing that other people can't do it as well. Because I think when you see people on this course and they're doing well, you kind of feel intimidated because like everyone's doing so well and you might not be. But then you see us like failing to set up C100s, which like first years use, and we're third years, and you're like, wow, relatable content.
We said though, we were like, I could do the Vericam. Do you know what? If we had a Vericam in here, it'd be up in a minute.
Yeah,
I could do it in a
could
second.
do the Vericam. Yeah.
I love the
C100 though.
Vericam. Wow.
It's a nice camera.
Yeah.
But even this tripod, the bottoms of the tripod was weird. Like they were very skinny, and I was like, this isn't right. I thought I'd broken it when I was trying to open it up. And I was like,
look at us making excuses for being useless.
Yeah.
I know. Shocking. I mean, are any of us actual tech type cameras people
I'm
know?
a first AD. No, I don't do.
I'm an editor.
I don't do cameras.
I like computer.
Yeah, I can build a computer. If you gave me a computer, I could build a computer for you right now. But I couldn't change the ISO on a camera. I don't know.
Yeah.
Different skills.
I'm not technical at all, so.
Excellent.
No.
Yeah.
But then again, I couldn't be, I couldn't do what you do, I couldn't do it because I'm not good at. It's just one of those, right? It's just one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we've got mugs.
Yes, look at that. Look how
snazzy
that is.
We do have mugs. There is nothing in the mug.
No, don't worry.
It's a good old mug.
Just a mug. It's an empty mug. US Film Production.
Oh, nice little logo on it.
Yeah. We're not selling them yet.
But if you're interested, DM me.
Yeah, message Lucy about it.
And I'll sort you out a little rate. It's fine.
Yeah.
They're nice though.
Yeah, we do all kinds of merch.
Yeah, we'll set up a stall at the festival in January.
Yeah,
our own little stall.
Mouse mats, t-shirts, caps.
Oh my god, this is another thing we need to talk about. Oh man, and do you know what? Actually, I just remembered what the thing was for. We were saying that we do need people to take over these jobs. Yes. That was the point.
That was the topic.
So should we talk about how Juliet said how the podcast runs from beginning to end?
Yeah. So I mean, when we're doing it in person, it's kind of we come up with the topics as a team, what things are relevant, what we think people want to listen to. So the Doctor Who one, whether it's a sound podcast, different roles in the industry that might not be talked about as much everywhere else. So we kind of come up with topics, questions that we want answering, kind of to direct conversation for Charles, and then if we're doing it in person, we try and get students in or local guests that are in Media City or Manchester, even lecturers, and then just kind of see who's interested in being on it, shout out on Instagram, get people to come on it and do an episode. And if it's virtual, it's slightly different because you can have a wider network of guests.
Yeah.
So over summer when we did it virtually, we had people from the US, and where else did we have people from London? I swear there's someone from Scotland. I can't remember.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But yeah, so if you're doing it virtually, I mean, you can mix it up if you want to do online and virtual if you want to have a further reach.
I think it's because of lockdown, because more like industry people are freer now. They haven't got much going on, so we were able to get some really good like editors from LA and stuff, and people from ITV to come in and talk when they might usually be too busy. Yeah,
I mean, one thing that I found recently with like soaps, for example, going back up and running. One person that I'm kind of fighting to get on the podcast, they're in London, but they had time throughout lockdown, but the minute that particular soap went back on air, they've just not had any time, and their press team haven't had a chance to look at our questions yet. So it really is a case of being patient. Like, they're not ignoring you. They do want to be on the podcast, but they have got other priorities. And they're doing us a favour with students, and them giving 2 hours of their time. 2 hours is a long time, and they've got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, I don't feel particularly stressed out by our jobs. I think it's something that I enjoy doing, so it doesn't feel like a chore. It's 3 hours of our time, and then whoever edits, whether that's Aarif or another student or one of us.
Yeah. And then just emailing people and thinking of questions for them and stuff. Yeah. It's a balancing act between having industry people and having like students and lecturers, because having industry people is good because obviously they represent our future and like where we want to go and what we want to learn about. But obviously it's more fun in a way having students and lecturers here, because obviously we see them all the time and they're able to talk about like more relatable things, if that makes sense. Yeah. So it's a balancing act between who you want on for each episode. If you want to have like fun episodes like Doctor Who or the Marvel one we did, and if you want to have like more serious ones with when Revis helped us out with all the editing episodes, it's a balancing act between the two. Yeah,
it's just kind of that really. I think trying to know what your audience want is really a vital part of it, because we did quite a lot of editing podcasts, I feel, over summer. So we've definitely covered that ground. Yeah. And one thing that kind of, I don't know, I think all three of us didn't really know much about was the sound one. There are sound students on the course that are really passionate about and know what they're doing.
Yeah, if you have someone like Billy on, he knows everything about everything.
Yeah. So even if you don't know something, even if you're not knowledgeable on a particular topic, don't worry about it. If you just do your research. It's an hour of your time on the bus. Look at write your questions to direct that conversation. Yeah. I mean, Charles, you're great at doing that, directing conversation when it falls flat.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, I can talk about mine in a moment, a bit more, my actual role in a moment, but I want to focus on what you guys do. And I'm just going to say, the skills that these guys, like the things that these guys are doing, are super marketable and amazing to put on your CV as well. So even from a boring, from a business point of view and a career point of view, this is an amazing thing to be able to put on your CV.
Yeah, and you get to work closely with Aarif, who is invaluable in every way.
Yeah. The legend.
He knows everyone. Yeah. He can give you loads of advice, loads of help. Yeah. Invaluable experience, really.
Yeah, and it's just being able to do stuff like use this radio room and use a few cameras just to film. It's nothing major. You're not doing anything super major, but you're doing a bit of everything and just,
And if you're emailing people to get them to be guests, you kind of build a connection between them. So if you're emailing like industry people, like because we all emailed Jim Cummings to get him into the Q&A we had.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah. And so
such a nice boy.
We all have like his email and he all knows of us vaguely, and so that's a connection that we made because of this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, so it goes further than the podcast, really, then, doesn't it?
Bigger than that.
We could contact any of the people that we've been speaking to, because they all know our faces online as well. Yeah. And so, can you give me advice on this? Have you got any work experience? And we've already had that friendly connection with them, where it's just us three, not a class of people. But there's something else I was going to say. I can't remember what it was. I'm blank.
But you're building a network. This is like a massive part of the course, which is networking, and you are doing it inadvertently, and also it is a lot of fun as well. The episodes that we did do over lockdown, even though it was at home, it wasn't ideal, and but we all still enjoyed it, and we still had a good time, and we still managed to like get a load of like really fun episodes out, and it filled the void a little bit almost.
Yeah. And if there's one thing that I wish, like not a regret, but one thing that I wish is that we'd started the podcast earlier in second year.
Yeah.
You know, because we not only have we didn't lose all that time, because I think it was really valuable experience for us running something throughout lockdown.
Yeah.
And having to adapt, because our industry is all about adapting to different situations. But I do wish we'd started it earlier. So if you are a first, second year, or maybe third year student, that wants to get involved now is the time.
Yeah, we still have we still have a lot of really fun stuff planned. We're going to get the Instagram involved, we're getting the YouTube involved. Phosphor is going to be a big part this year too. We're trying to make the Salford Uni cinematic universe is coming together, and the cogs are moving. The cogs are moving, and we need we need to throw bodies at it in order to get it to work. And all these students, especially first years, who are going to be here the longest, you guys need to throw yourselves at this opportunity as soon as you can.
And there's no time like the present. I mean, even if in a couple of months' time you listen to this podcast for the first time and you hear that we need help. Still reach out to us.
Go to the film production page on Instagram. Go to the YouTube channel. Make a comment. Even small stuff, or even just come to Aarif in person, or send him an email, or send any
DM
of
one of
us.
us. We always get DMs.
Yeah.
DM one of us. We're in your group chats on Facebook.
That's
true. Literally.
Yeah, the Instagram is about to become a lot more active as well.
Yes.
In the next couple of weeks. So if you want to find out more information, the Instagram is the place to go. Yeah. And if you want to message people on the Instagram, you'll get a response.
It's good though. It's got 1,000 followers.
It's 1,100
followers.
That's really good.
So not bad overall. Not bad numbers.
You basically got like every student following it, and then like extra people.
And if you're a student and you're not following it, follow it.
What are you playing at?
Oh my god.
Because you'll get it together. As a film production student, you're missing out on job opportunities because they get reposted on there. You're missing out on opportunities to work with third years on projects and second years on their projects.
Talks, lectures, and master classes.
Newer news about university with the COVID and stuff.
And the Festival of Short Film in January. That's going to be plastered on the Instagram all over.
Yeah.
I don't know how much.
Podcast
I don't know how much we're gonna say about Phosphor. We do want to get to it though, don't we?
We can talk about Phosphor.
Okay. Yeah. And also, if you do want to be a radio host, we can have a few. You don't have to just do it on your own.
Yeah, so Charlie, what is your role like?
Let's talk about you.
What do you think people need to have to be able to do what you replicate what the magic that you
If you want to do what I do and you want to be a radio host, you need to be able to waffle quite a lot. You need to be able to fill the blank space where people aren't talking, because you are sort of the in-between, okay? And it's not stressful. If you've done streaming or you've made YouTube videos in the past, which I know a lot of people on the course have done, okay?
That's true.
You're not secret. You're not hiding. I can see you. I see you.
Brandon's team.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out.
There's loads of them. There's loads of people who do YouTube, okay? And if you've done that, you can do this. It's super easy. All you need to do, research, look up who you're talking to, make sure you know their names, because that's embarrassing. But if you can remember 3 people's names for an hour, I think you could probably take my job.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna be able to do this forever. I'm getting old.
I mean, our audience only see the hour and a half that we put out on social media and stuff. So, but there's 2 hours of real content there that where we're talking to our guests and getting to know them in a friendly atmosphere. It's not right. You sit down, go. Here's the podcast.
Yeah.
You're getting to know them. You're breaking that ice. The emails before, if you're bringing a guest in, you're already breaking the ice there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. No, it is nice. It is nice, and it is a very involved job. And it's not really a job. I don't know. I find I really enjoy doing it, so I don't see it as a job. I see it as like a fun thing. Like, oh, I've got the podcast tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited to go and do the podcast. And obviously, I mean, even this one, which is like super, like mega chill. I'm not sweating. I'm not scared. Yeah. I'm just chilling, right? And this is fine. So. Yeah, if you want, you don't have to do it on your own. Like I said, we can get a few few people in, and if you want to do one soon, that is amazing as well, because we'll get you in and you can do a podcast. We need to, more content is more good.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, you could be a guest on the episode and
you can
see
be a
how
guest
you feel
first, yeah.
on the other side of the table, and then
and then, or you could try lead from the other side, and then eventually, you know, and then you can do the tutorial on the radio room, and then whatever. It's amazing, great, awesome.
Nice.
That's my job anyway. Okay, we'll move on. So, did you want to talk about the Phosphor first, or do you want to talk about other?
Let's talk about Phosphor.
Yeah,
Festival of Short Film.
Okay, so I had some questions I want to put out to the audience. People who are planning on attending the festival, everyone should. So obviously it's not sure because of COVID if we're going to have online, in person. It's going to be a blended approach. So if the festival is going to be online, I want to know what you guys want to see from it online. You want to see how it works, what you want from it as an online festival, if that were to be the case. And if it was in person, if it was blended, how would you want that to work? Leave a comment, DM us on Instagram, email me. I want to know how people want it to run, basically. I don't want to disappoint anyone. I want to plan for it, and, if you want something there, let us know.
Yeah. One thing that I really want to know about Phosphor as well for the audience is if any of you guys, there's a lot of you, if any of you guys have been to festivals online over summer, whether it's a film festival, film event, or even just like a regular normal summer festival that has been streamed online in some way, let us know what worked for them and what didn't, what platforms worked, if anything went wrong, what went wrong, because this is new to everybody. It'd be great to hear what other companies have done to put their festival online, and how we can make ours work as well for you guys. What do you guys want out of it as well?
Because it's only the second year we're running it, and so if we were in person, it would be time to iron out the issues we had in person last year. But now, because it might be online for some parts, there's a whole new batch of issues that we might have just from it being online. So you have to be patient, but we want to try and work out as many issues as we can. So if you have seen any other places have issues, any other festivals, let us know so that it can be the best it can be.
Yeah, I also want to say that it's not going to be any less for people who went last year. It's not going to be any less than what we had last year.
Yeah, it's going to be bigger.
It's going to be more. There's going to be more stuff. There's going to be more people. And it's going to be hopefully more professional, even though it's all online. And it is going to have the exact same. Hopefully, it will have a very similar, atmosphere in general, and we'll be able to actively engage people, and this is what I think what you guys are most concerned about, right? Is
we want
audience
people to be engaged.
Yeah.
Because obviously if it's online, people are bound to be less engaged. You find that with like any online situation, people are less engaged with like online talks and that kind of thing than they would be in person. And so you want to try and maximize the engagement. So if anyone has any particular things they want to see at the festival, any kind of panels, any kind of companies or people they want in, again, email us. Email me, email Laura, email Jules. Find us on Facebook if you want.
The university does have ability to sway these people as well.
Yeah.
And these big companies, like for example, we had Red in last year.
We had
Canon
we had
in
Canon,
last year.
We had
and these are big companies,
Optics,
man.
We had a bunch,
These are big people as well. Like, and they are, industry standard forefront runners. They're doing all this stuff for all these crazy companies, and the university can get them on.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, but we don't, if people don't say, oh, I want XYZ person, or I know XYZ person, like...
Yeah, because us behind the scenes, there's only so many people and we can think of to suggest as guests. But obviously there are hundreds of students who aren't behind the scenes who could suggest ideas so that we can put them forward.
Yeah, and if you've got, like, I don't know, your neighbours, cats, aunts, brother-in-law, I don't know, if they're somebody that you have heard about and might have something to say at the festival and have something to contribute to students,
why not?
Let us know so we can get in contact with them, you can get in contact with them, see if we can get them in or on an online panel, whatever.
Yeah, but we're having to have panels, film screenings. If you've got any short films you want us to look through and see, maybe we can screen them. Again, feel free to send them to us.
Yes.
Or do that up until January if you don't make them until the next few months.
So myself and Aaron, Aaron's not here today, but
you should talk about our roles, what we do.
Me and Aaron, we kind of run the Instagram throughout the festival and the marketing side of it and program it and stuff like that. So that's us. We want to hear what you guys want at the festival. We are going to be doing a student film screening this year. So if you guys have made any work in the last 2 years that you want to be shown and a little competition, send it to us and we'll, put it into the programme somewhere for the student screening. But at the end of the day, it's a festival for students. It's not just film production students. If you are a film studies student and you want to get involved somehow, let us know. We're not just film production. We're
because we had ICZ last year and they do like live TV and sport. We had Kevin from the Makerspace, so we could have more animation stuff. We could have more practical stuff in terms of like production design, that kind of thing. And we've obviously got the two. If we are going to be in person, there are the two like green screen studios downstairs, which are like for TV stuff, and that could always be utilised.
If you've got a society at the uni that you want to get involved somehow, let us know. We'll see what we can do.
Music students, if you want to collaborate with music students and do scores and that kind of thing, that could happen. But I'm the production director of the festival, so basically I run the day-to-day of each of like the week of the festival. So I have a team of volunteers, like liaisons, who, manage the guests and do the clipboards, make sure everyone's got their tickets, and they man the front desk. They do all that kind of thing. So I'm in charge of them and I manage them, and I basically make sure that the day-to-day of each festival day runs smoothly, basically. So you'll see me running about with a clipboard and like a million pens in my pockets and just trying to make sure everything's working and going smoothly. And I always need volunteers, always need liaisons. So if you want to be a volunteer, if you want to be boots on the ground, if you will, at the festival every day, helping to make sure everything runs smoothly, email me.
So some volunteers will volunteer every day for most of the day. Other volunteers will contribute 2 hours of their time if they've got work and uni stuff to do. That's not a problem. If you want to volunteer any time and you've only got a little bit of time, don't worry. Still, come and put your name down and be part of it, because it was a great event last year.
Yeah, it was.
It's still gonna be great this year, regardless if it's blended or online. There is a particular aspect that we all love, that when we're networking with people, that you get in there first and you speak to that guest and you get to know them and exchange emails, blah blah blah. But I think the next 5 years we're going to see a lot more online content from different people and online panels, because it's going to mean that these festivals and these events can get like we did over summer, get guests in that are from everywhere.
Exactly.
And just schedule it for a different time for different time zones. It's all about adaptability, as I said earlier. So adapt, do it. If you go to that online screening, if it's at the festival, go to that online screening, email the person afterwards. They're always really friendly. Like we had Amy O'Hara on the lecture last week. Really lovely woman from Film Hub North. Gave her email, her social, and I'm sure some students have got in contact. Who's the other lady? Ursula?
The first AD,
First AD, she gave work experience to the third years above us.
Ema and
emailing her, really great woman. Really lovely, really open to working with students that are willing to work hard.
Exactly, it's kind of an important point, but same with the podcast. We're all third years now. Me and Jules are third years. Everyone who's on the production team for the festival are third years now. And so if there are any second years, but ideally first years, who kind of want to like shadow me, and like Jules will say the same thing for her, but like if anyone wants to shadow me, like, because for the festival I also like do the call sheets, I do the schedules, I do all the rotas, so I do lots of production, like first AD type things for the festival. And this course is in great need for first ADs. Everyone wants to be a director, a cinematographer, an editor. Everyone wants to be that, but you need first ADs, you need producers, you need people who want to do organisation, schedules, that kind of thing, who love spreadsheets like me, love spreadsheets. So if anyone is interested in that, wants to do that, why are you shaking your head? I love a spreadsheet. A nice multicoloured spreadsheet. It hits different. Love it. But if anyone wants to shadow me and like learn how to do call sheets and for like these live events, again, email me, and we can sort something out. If anyone first and second years who want to take over our roles when we leave, because we will be leaving, and the festival's still going to go on, we need to train people up. And I don't know anyone at the moment, any first or second years really, who are in that position to take over us. I don't know anyone. And so if you want to be that person, if you want to be in the race to have these roles, then you got to email me, and we can. You need to make that connection with me and make the connection with Jules and Aaron and Alex and Lee. You need to make the connection with us so that we know who you are, and so that we can help train you up and you can take over from us, because it's an amazing opportunity. We're going to be doing, this will be our second festival, so we're going to have 2 years of that as experience for our CV and stuff, and it's like so invaluable. And getting to work closely with Laura and then this year John as well, 2 amazing lecturers and who have so many connections themselves and who can teach you so much. Literally invaluable.
Yeah. So me and Aaron, we are kind of, I don't know, our trade, if it were, you know, we're producers. So we run the social media, as I said previously. Help with the general run of things.
Yeah.
Alex and Lee, they are in charge of the kind of the video side and the promo side. So they run
because last year we filmed all the events, didn't we?
Yes, yeah. So they were kind of in charge of the team that did the video for the promo, the edit for the promo video, and then all the filming of all the panel. Yeah. All the
every
talks,
event.
really.
All the events were filmed.
Everything was recorded. So if you're an editor or someone that knows how to use a particular software that can edit together a panel video, we'll give you the footage.
Yeah. If you want to learn about cameras, always need camera crew on the day.
Yeah. If you want to shadow Alex and Lee, and because they run that team, so they schedule that themselves.
If you're into sound, always need good sound people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, there's one of us for like every part of film.
Yeah, every department. Yeah.
Schedules first AD is me. Social media marketing producing is Jules and Aaron, and then camera sound editing is Alex and Lee.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Camera is important, and if you guys do like cameras, there is a big void for people that we need on camera and stuff.
Yeah, we need practical hands-on people.
There's going to be a
sound,
lot of
camera, that kind of thing.
there's going to be a lot of, all of this is going to have to be recorded in some fashion. So, and now more than ever, we do need these people.
Yeah,
so.
And there is something that I do want to emphasise is that even if you've never come out before, if you've never ran somebody else's social media before, if you never volunteered at a festival, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're at university now. There's no stress about it. We're all learning. We're
no
on
one's
going to
get angry. It's all going to be very chill.
It's really chill.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to learn in a professional environment where you're allowed to make mistakes.
Exactly. Yeah. If you've never managed a team before, if you've never been in charge of people before, but you think you might be interested in that, this is the prime opportunity. Because last year I was in charge of a group of volunteers, and there were 15 of them, and you have to deal with multiple people throughout the day and organise that and make sure everything is organised and everyone's where they need to be, and it's a very good learning experience, I think. And if you think I might be interested in that but I've never done it, no better time, really. Same with everything here. Same with the podcast as well. Yeah. If you've never been a podcast guest, never thought about it before, never contacted guests to be speakers and that kind of thing, prime opportunity right here.
Everything's a circle, see? We're back where we started. We're back at the podcast again.
Exactly. Everything comes back to the podcast.
Yeah. The podcast will be working pretty closely. So the people who work on Phosphor, funnily enough, are also trying to get the podcast involved somehow. I wonder why.
I don't know.
There may be some live shows, so we've got that to look forward to.
Yeah, that'd
as
be
well.
great.
But yeah.
If you want certain guests to be on from the podcast, let us know.
Okay, we've been doing we've got 40 minutes of stuff already.
That's cool.
So,
oh wow, we've been talking a long time.
See, it's easy, isn't it? Actually?
It is easy. When you're with friends,
it's
easy.
Yeah. Missed you guys.
Oh,
I know. Oh my god, it's been such a mess.
We've had 2 breakfast dates.
Yeah,
I know.
It's been back.
Vertigo in Media City recommend. Vertigo 10.
Really recommend.
I made the sausage bagel last night. It wasn't as good.
Oh no.
It was not as good. And I was about to go to work at 4 and I scrammed it down and I had huge heartburn for the rest of the day.
Oh no.
Because I made that bagel and it was huge as well and it went all over me and it was a mess. But Vertigo, if you're a vegan, which you should be, everyone go vegan. Vegan gang. Got to plug that in somewhere. Vegan gang.
This is getting cut.
It is not. Yeah, Vertigo, recommend.
Their French toast is amazing.
It looks pretty mad,
didn't
it?
Aarif with his yogurt pot and he's like,
Well, the yogurt pot is actually nice.
It's nice,
Aarif,
it's small.
Aarif has poor taste.
That's true.
Aarif, you don't have poor taste. It's a joke.
Grindsmith also is a very nice coffee place.
Yeah, Grindsmith is good on me.
Not sponsored.
Yeah,
but if they would like to sponsor us, I do love coffee.
Support your independent
coffee shops.
Places.
Don't go to
places
Costa.
are closing down now because of lockdown and stuff, or because of tier 3. So you need to support local places when you can.
Support local businesses.
There's a great new wellbeing cafe in Manchester.
Yes. Oh, this is so unrelated, but there's a new cafe that opened on Saturday. It's called Feel Good Club. It's this plant-based cafe that focuses on mental health. It's run by these 2 wives, and they're so cute. They've got this really cute dog, and it's pastel pink, and it's just I haven't been yet, and it's just it looks like the cutest place ever, and it makes me want to die of cuteness.
Yeah, go check them out.
So go support local businesses.
Yeah. Amazing, we love it.
Yeah, you would love to see it.
We love to see it.
Love to see it.
Yeah. What? So we did actually want to talk about film. You know, this is a film podcast.
Yeah, modern film news.
And Lucy had an amazing idea of topic, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. That sounded very sarcastic, but
no,
yes.
I'm actually serious. It was actually really good.
Everyone's seen on the
really
news and how obviously films nowadays, because the cinemas are not really viable anymore because of COVID, people don't want to go into those rooms. I went to the cinema over summer and it was absolutely fine. I saw Tenet in Cineworld in Cheltenham. There was like 4 other people in there. It was absolutely fine.
Yeah,
films are now being put on streaming services, and the big one was obviously Mulan being on Disney Plus. And I wanted to talk about how you pay for these streaming services like Disney Plus, which is what, like £8 a month, something like that, maybe more. And then you have to pay extra for the films to watch them. What was it, like 20 quid for Mulan? And I feel like that's going to be a trend that's going to keep happening. And how there are other films we were talking about are now moving to streaming services. So, what was it, Enola Holmes, that was on Netflix.
Yeah.
There's a new film coming out, Run, it's like a horror film with Sarah Paulson, that's going on Hulu. There are a bunch of films that are being, pushed back. Like James Bond's being pushed back until next year. Same with the Batman film, and there are a bunch of films that are meant to be coming out like December time that I don't think will. Like Wonder Woman, that's going to get pushed back. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a list on online of the films that are meant to be. Greyhound streaming now. Tenet's already out.
Yeah.
Mulan
Tenet
streaming.
wasn't that good. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my interesting point, according to Charlie, was that film news and how like films nowadays are going to be on streaming services because obviously cinemas aren't really a viable place anymore because people aren't really comfortable going into cinemas. Even though I went to cinema to see Tenet in Cineworld over summer, and it was fine. I thought it was really safe.
Yeah.
No worries about it. So if you do want to go to cinema, support Home.
Do it.
How
How about go to an independent?
Yeah,
cinema?
Home is a really great cinema. Every indie Manchester person loves Home.
Yeah.
Become one of those people. Home is great.
And if you're a student, they have a student card. I think
Yeah,
you can get it for
it's
£5.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go.
It's really good.
I really think cinemas are safe, but obviously I'm not at risk. That's me. People, obviously you can do what you want, but yeah, films are now going to be on streaming services now. So the main one I was thinking about was Disney Plus and how you have to pay £8 or whatever a month it is for Disney Plus, and then also with Mulan that came out recently, you have to pay extra for that film as well. I don't know how much it was. People say like 20 quid. I'm going to assume it was around
pretty
that.
expensive. I'm sure it
Yeah.
was like 30 quid.
Yeah, so I want to talk about like what people thought about how paying for services and then also paying extra for films, and it's a trend that's going to keep happening because like Enola Holmes, obviously that's free for Netflix users, but you still have to pay for Netflix. That was gone to Netflix. There are more films coming out. There's Run, horror films coming out on Hulu, and then there are more films that are meant to be coming out in cinemas in like December, so Wonder Woman, that kind of thing, that I definitely think are going to get either pushed back or going to be made online because James Bond has been pushed back, the Batman's been pushed back, because those are huge budget films and they want the cinema release.
Big budget, and they're waiting for theatre, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think a lot of kind of smaller films are going to be Netflix based, and Hulu, I guess, for Americans, some films. But Netflix is really, and Disney Plus, I guess.
Yeah.
Those are where the new films that aren't necessarily Netflix films are going to be, I think. And I want to know what you guys think about A, having to pay extra for films you already should have access to, and then B, just films being on streaming services in general. Because obviously, if you're watching a film on your Netflix account at home, you're going to have like a 1080p TV that's like 30 frames per second. You'd be using like the inbuilt speakers. Like people don't have very good setups, and so is it worth paying the extra money for Mulan? That should, in theory, be cinema quality, but you're watching it on your MacBook.
My argument there would probably be, people have Amazon Prime, where they get Amazon Video.
Yeah.
Not everything on Prime Video is accessible to people that are Prime users.
That's true.
It's already been Amazon have got away with it for years.
Mm-hmm.
And it irritates people that. When you go online and you see something that's available on Amazon, but you've got to pay £4 or £5.
You don't see the little Prime logo in the corner. You're like, oh, that show's on Amazon, sick. And then you get like, oh, it's $1.99 for first episode, and you're like, oh no.
So people might watch that as a one-time thing or rent it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Disney Plus, they're not prepared to do it, even though they already pay.
Yeah.
Is it that Disney Plus, their only thing that you pay for is to watch things, whereas Amazon you have free delivery.
Subscription fee to Disney Plus I don't know how much the subscription fee is, but a single additional fee is available for Premiere Access. Now I don't know if that means that it's just a
like
get it
VIP.
First thing, and it will
maybe.
come out later on the normal service. But that single additional fee is £20 or $30 in the US.
Yeah. If you want to like buy a film on Amazon, it's like under £10 to actually like permanently buy
most
a film.
of the time, and they are normally 4K films, and that's
which is a lot cheaper than the Disney Plus offerings, and you're having more options on Amazon. So
I think 20 quid is a lot. I mean,
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
even if I was going to say like HMV or and, like, buying it on DVD because I like physical media,
yeah,
I wouldn't pay £20 for a film.
no,
any
you,
film.
you can get it new and sealed for like under 15.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
like actually own it. You don't have to worry about your Disney Plus going down or like
Well, exactly.
internet
You
going
pay
down.
the additional fee. Do you get to keep the film forever?
Exactly. I guess
Or
you permanently unlock it on your account, but you don't.
as
you
while
obviously,
you're paying the
yeah,
subscription.
but you don't own it. And also, like, I get families buying it, but no one's gonna have a setup good enough to really warrant paying that much money for a film.
Yeah.
Like Mulan, I haven't seen it. I'm sure it looks really amazing. It's filmed really well.
Yeah, but it's
But
cancelled.
Yeah,
Lucy.
it's
this year.
cancelled.
Mulan is cancelled.
It's
this year.
cancelled. But you're not gonna have a good enough setup to watch it at home to really like appreciate how well it's filmed.
Yeah.
I
no.
guess that's probably why they're doing the Batman and James
They're
Bond
waiting.
partly, and because it's gonna look on most people's
TVs.
TVs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they need that cinema money.
Yeah, they do need the cinema money. The box office is big, right?
Yeah, I don't
Box
know how
office
well
is,
Tenet did because that's basically the only big film that's been out in cinemas.
Yeah.
I
know,
thought
oh
it.
my
I don't
God.
know if it made its budget back. I don't know. It's like Wikipedia that I read months ago, but I don't know how well that film did.
I'm sure it wasn't very good because I imagine the box office.
The
wasn't
film is also
exactly-
not very good as well. Controversial opinion.
Some people said it was really
Mediocre
good.
film.
I've
Mediocre
had
film.
a lot of people that have been to see it and then they've put on their socials like a week later saying, I'm still trying to get my head around Tenet.
It's a really
I don't know
confusing
what
film, but
happened.
like not in like a clever. Ooh, that's really interesting. It's like it's just stupid.
Yeah,
So I thought the
'cause-
trailer
I
looked,
didn't
I
like
thought
it.
the trailer looked really good. I was
Yeah.
going to go see it, and then I've heard everything like it. I don't like listening to other people's opinions about a film
Yeah.
and then judge it myself. But if I'm going to go pay for something and just
It's
be
like 2.5
confused
hours
for
as well,
ages,
yeah. Yeah, it was mind bending, but not in a clever way. You know, like how Christopher Nolan, great director, but obviously he likes that kind of confusing mind bending
Yeah.
film. But I think it's gone down in quality. I think.
I mean,
I don't think it's very good.
The length of films don't particularly bother me, so it wouldn't
Oh,
bother
they
me
bother
sitting-
me. They bother me so much. A film doesn't need to be more than 90 minutes.
It doesn't bother me a
Fact.
film being 2.5 hours. I mean, I went to
Yeah.
go see Silence, and I loved Silence, and
Oh,
a
right.
lot of people hated how long that was because that was really, really long.
Yeah.
But I was there's a few films that I wanted to go see that have been pushed back. I think is it
Yeah.
Dune with
Oh,
Timothée Chalamet?
Oh, yeah.
Was that, is that, I thought that was a series.
Is it
No, it's a
series?
film. I thought it was a film. I don't know.
I swear it was a
The
film.
new Dune.
I hate
'cause
Timothée Chalamet.
There is an original
I hate him.
Dune. There is an original Dune film, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh no, it's coming out next year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pushed back.
What's the other film that he's in that's coming out?
He
I
was, in,
swear there's another film with Timothée Chalamet.
he was in Little Woman.
No, like it's coming. I feel like it's coming out. I don't know.
He's been in a lot
Old
recently.
Hans
I know.
Zimmer.
I don't get it.
But Enola Holmes, that was meant to come out in April this year. Netflix acquired the distribution rights to the film.
So it's not a Netflix film. They just got the distribution.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
I remember you
it
saying it was
was-
like Warner Brothers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Warner Bros. Pictures were going to distribute it
Yeah.
in cinemas, and then it was passed over to Netflix.
That's going to be happening a lot. I bet a lot of non-Netflix
yeah.
films are going to be acquired by Netflix.
And
for
Enola
their
Holmes was
service.
released in September this year, so it's pushed back even longer.
Yeah,
But
we were
I
talking
mean-
about this in our marketing class, and Stephen suggested how do you think places like Netflix are going to introduce a fee as well, because there's only so many people that like. Everyone has Netflix nowadays. There's only so many people they can bring into the service, so they can keep up everyone's monthly subscription. That's going to bring them a lot of money, but they can't bring in new revenue unless they charge for these films.
Unless they have exclusive stuff that they start releasing themselves, which they already have their own, production house, production company. They
But,
already
like,
are.
Say
but-
if like everyone who wants Netflix probably has it by now,
Yeah.
and so you're always getting that fixed income from all those people, but you're probably not going to gain that many new subscribers. And so you're not gaining any money. Well, you are, obviously, because there's lots of things going on in Netflix, but you're not gaining any more subscriber money. So do you think they'll
Maybe-
introduce fees for new original content?
Maybe it'd be more. Maybe it'd make more sense for a company like Netflix to start selling, to start doing it where they. I'm trying to think how to like explain this, but like maybe they should start having it so you don't have to subscribe to the service,
And you can
So
just pick and
you
you can
pick
pay
and choose for certain films. But then again, I don't know if that would. I don't know if people would go for that as much as, and I don't know
I
if
think they
that's. I don't know if that's as profitable for in terms of.
Yeah, I think that the beauty of Netflix, I guess, is that they have so much original content that everyone wants to watch. Like, no one's going to go on it and they just want to watch Stranger Things. They also want to watch a bunch of other shows and films that Netflix have made on there. And so, like with Amazon Prime, they have The Boys, which is a great show, and they have like a couple other shows maybe, like Mr. Robot. but they don't have much original content. And so Amazon Prime was more likely to get people who aren't subscribed and who will just pay for certain films they want to pick and choose. But Netflix, because they have so much content, original content that people want to watch, I think it would be difficult for them to introduce that kind of system. Because
I know. I agree.
There'll be people will see a bunch of things they want to watch, and then it will cost way too much for them to pay for it individually, so they will subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
I think it is a bit of a mess, to be honest, and it is a shame that all the cinemas are having to close or whatever.
It's a lot of jobs that are being lost.
Yeah, there's a lot of jobs that people are losing because of it, and especially creative degrees.
Yeah.
And we don't stan.
No, we do not stan.
We do not stan not having creative.
No, and as a film fan, it's like I obviously get why they postpone films because they need to make money because
right?
people need to get paid. But like as a film fan, I want to watch the new James Bond. I'm sick of all these films I want to watch getting postponed because it makes me lose interest in cinema because if I can't watch this thing for ages, if there's nothing coming out that's good for ages, I'm going to forget about it. I'm just going to lose interest.
Yeah.
And that's why TV is booming because TV is good.
Yeah.
And it's not getting delayed.
Streaming services carry on.
Yeah.
Well, they've still got stuff, still have got content.
Yeah.
It's something like Enola Holmes I found quite interesting because I like that kind of genre and that I thought I was going to enjoy Enola Holmes and I didn't. I looked at the trailer, I thought, oh, this looks great, I can't wait for this to come out. Watched it, was massively disappointed. Yeah. And it was meant to be in the cinema. I probably would have gone to see it in the cinema and then still be disappointed, but it'd been I've seen it once, paid a £5 to see it, it's done now, I don't have to see it again. But every time I go on Netflix, Enola Holmes is there. It's like in my face. Yeah. I don't want to see it again. It's not something that I want to rewatch. I don't think it's a film that you get. Netflix is there so you can binge watch things and you can rewatch a film that you love.
Yeah.
I don't think Enola Holmes is that kind of film, and I just don't like it that it's on Netflix. It's in my face all the time. It was in its debut weekend. It was the second most watched film on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I just don't know why.
Yeah, but don't forget, Netflix can very easily manipulate their own numbers within their own platform and show you exactly what you want to see within their own platform because they own a lot of the content as well.
That's true. Same with in terms of TV shows, like Ratched just came out, and that has only been out for a few weeks, and that's already the most, in terms of Netflix, this is already the most viewed debut season of the whole of 2020, and it's been, I think, on one weekend it was watched by 48 million people.
Amazing.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a good show, but obviously they can push it to literally everyone. And you see Ratched everywhere on Netflix. Or you see it everywhere on Instagram, and they're you see it everywhere. And so because they have the power to be able to do that.
Yeah, and they don't actually have a rating system.
No, they got rid of that, didn't
system
they?
On Netflix, the star thing, which was already a bit messed up because it was the stars weren't based on the show's rating overall. The stars were based on your potential, whether it lined up with stuff that you've watched already.
Stupid.
Which is
they've now got a percentage of it's now a percentage of what it's like a percentage symbol and how much you think they think it matches your
matches 78% or whatever. Yeah, but the original thing was the star system, which was a bit misleading because it wasn't pulling from IMDb or any platform. It was their own star system that was that was rating shows for you, so everyone would see a slightly different rating. They'd also push their own shows up. So
if you go on Netflix now, that they have little scrolling bits with the huge photos of they always have Netflix originals first.
Yeah, of course they do. They've got
I get
stuff.
that, but you always see their stuff first, and it takes you a while to find something that isn't Netflix based.
Does anyone remember going into Blockbuster to buy yourself a Netflix DVD?
No, I never bought Netflix. I bought actual, I rented VHS and stuff, but I never did the Netflix thing in Blockbuster.
I never went to Blockbuster. There was never one near me, but I had Love Film.
Oh
yes, I had Love Film.
Yeah,
yes,
Love Film.
I had
So Love Film, for those of you that are too young to know what Love Film was, you would go online and you'd put a list of 30 films that you wanted to watch, and they would send you the first one in the post on DVD. Just a little.
Yeah, no case, just a little
slip.
Sachet.
They send it to you in the post. You pay a subscription fee.
Yeah.
And then when you watched it, you put it back in the envelope, send it back up to Love Film, and they'd send you the next one on your list.
You could do it with video games as well. I still have my copy of GTA 4 and Skate 3 from Love Film in my flat. From 10 years ago. I still have that because I never sent it back.
And I sometimes find if I go into like CEX or if I buy something from Music Magpie that are second-hand DVD places, I sometimes get a Love Film slip on there.
I forgot Love Film existed. That was an absolute throwback.
I know.
I forgot that was a
Netflix
thing.
technically buy them out?
I think so.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Someone bought them out.
I forgot that was a thing.
Love Film was I loved it when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I loved
it.
Love Film.
Do you not remember the little booth in Blockbusters?
I never went to one.
logo.
I never went to one.
No, I went to
went.
Blockbuster, but I never did the Netflix.
Yeah, because they
stuff.
were offering, so you'd take the disc and you'd install it. It would be an install disc for Netflix.
I mean, you're slightly older than us, so you probably remember Blockbuster.
Oh my god, we used to go to Blockbuster all the time.
Yeah,
to
there was
rent films.
there was one by my house,
Amazing.
but I would rent DVDs from there and like other like independent DVD rental places, but I never did the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
I used to go
I
to my
remember
local
VHS
library.
though. Do you guys remember VHS? Did you use VHS?
I've got loads of
Having
VHS.
to rewind the film to watch it
Be
again.
kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Come on, Jules.
I used to go to my local library and rent a film for £1 a week. That's what I used to do.
Oh, nice.
Some crap that just nobody wanted to watch.
Yeah.
But it's in the library, isn't it? You just can't complain. It's only £1. You know,
True.
imagine if Netflix was £1.
I know.
What would you say?
I wouldn't complain at.
I don't pay for mine actually. To be fair.
No, neither
Thinking
do
about
I.
it now, I don't pay for mine.
If it was £1, I'd pay for it myself, not just like.
I pay for my Amazon Prime.
So do I.
Do you have a student Amazon Prime?
I do.
Yes, I
yeah,
do,
of
and
course you do.
I had it in first year Student Prime.
Yeah.
And when it renewed to the normal rate.
Paying
I didn't
£79
realise.
a year or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
and
Ooh.
somebody mentioned to me, I get $3.99 a year. I was like, I swear I pay like £8 a month for mine, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I messaged an associate. I was like on the chat for like an hour trying to sort this out, and I got a refund. I requested a refund for that year, and they gave me a whole refund for second year.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they will. Because
Nice.
I had a very similar issue where I'd accidentally signed up for the US version as well. And I had a reoccurring transaction in my bank account that would always change every month. And I was like, am I being hacked? Turns out it was just Amazon. I was paying for US Amazon.
Amazon the worst.
And they refunded me like I think 90% of
that's good.
it, which was pretty good. But they can afford to do that. So
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
yeah. And I didn't use it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, be careful.
Get a VPN instead.
I mean, I use Amazon Prime for free delivery stuff. It's not really free delivery. You're paying a subscription each month.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't really use Prime Video. There's nothing on there that I particularly want to watch.
Grey's
There's a few
Anatomy.
good things.
I've been binge watching Grey's Anatomy recently. All I've done is just watch Grey's Anatomy, and that's on Prime.
I mean, no, I
The Office is on Prime. Office US.
Oh my god, yeah, I've been watching the.
And The Boys. The Boys is sick as well, but The Office, I've rewatched that about 15 times in the past couple years.
I would love to boycott Amazon and use independent shops to
Same.
Same.
to purchase things. But as a producer, when I'm doing when I'm buying things for films that are props or things we need and that I need, usually it's the next day.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
have
something
time
you need.
to go find a hardware store that sells a box of vinyl gloves. I don't, usually costume places are a lot more expensive when I can just order it online and go, right, here's the size, it's arriving in 2 days, great.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to go to a costume place and just, support them instead. But it's time issue, it's transport issue. If I could go to those companies online and they provided the same service or a similar service,
Yeah.
or a click and collect thing, I'd totally support them.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah.
Amazon it's too easy to support them.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
is.
but
Yeah.
And I mean, I suppose the same goes for Netflix and Disney Plus.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
undercutting
They're undercutting
cinemas.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the pandemic has really highlighted that these services can very quickly just take over and just dominate the market pretty much.
Yeah.
But it also
I
shows
think-
that like the arts are the most valuable
Yeah.
industry right now in terms of like keeping people sane.
Yeah, oh my
I think
god,
I think in the same way that you've got people that absolutely love vinyl and absolutely love physical media. I think it's the same for cinema. Yes, I think some cinemas will close, unfortunately. Companies will go bust. But I think that independent cinemas, I think they will survive. I think
like Home in particular will be absolutely fine.
Home, the Showroom in Sheffield, both great cinemas.
The Everyman chain. There's
Everyman,
a couple of those, isn't there?
I think independent cinemas will make it through. It'll be a struggle, but I think people, especially students, they want to go see films in cinema.
Yeah.
And I think independent cinemas, they do something else for their local communities. They put on different things. You can rent a screen easier for cheaper. They have different film events. I mean, I think when I, Daniel Blake was showing, they had the director of I, Daniel Blake doing a Q&A.
Yeah.
Which isn't really something that, say, View or Cineworld put on.
Yeah.
I mean, the queues you get for IMAX for when films are released in Cineworld is absolutely. I've never been to IMAX. I don't really see the appeal. I'd rather sit in. I don't.
Oh my God, Stephen can hear. I can hear him running down the corridors now. He's gonna come and he's gonna decapitate you. He's gonna rip your head.
No, I mean,
off your body.
I think a film like Chronicle, I would defo go see in IMAX, or just for that one scene when he's in the sky, and he's got the phones and stuff flying around him. It must be amazing to go see in a wide screen. It doesn't do it justice seeing it on a small screen. But other than that, I'm just happy to sit in a nice seat.
Yeah.
Just chilling for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I saw Tenet in IMAX, and I didn't notice it being any better. Really, I really didn't notice. I assumed it was filmed for IMAX. I'm guessing, I don't know. But
do you want to know something? I have never ever been to an IMAX screen.
That was the first time I've been IMAX.
Never ever.
Not worth the money.
Yeah.
I
really?
Yeah. Well, for that one film in particular, the only one I've seen, I didn't think it was particularly.
I'm gonna go watch
great.
Joker in IMAX, guys.
Let's
all
go.
Think about that.
I'd go watch that.
Do you want to go? What? You want to go? Yeah.
I'd watch Joker in IMAX.
Yeah.
I've not seen
it. Yeah. We'll just rent out the IMAX screen for a day.
Yeah.
We'll get the university to
be cheap.
supplement it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You know what I do hate is 3D.
Oh, 3D is
God.
over now.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
That
Isn't
gimmick is
Christopher
gone.
Nolan trying to bring it? No. What's his face? Avatar man.
Yeah.
James Cameron.
James Cameron is trying to bring back 3D with his new fucking
Avatar
film.
is the worst film ever. Avatar is such a terrible film.
I hated it.
Terrible.
I remember. I think it was Harry Potter. I could be wrong. I remember going to see that. I used to go see them with my dad. But when one of the last ones came out, I went to see it in 3D with my dad, and we put the glasses on. I wear glasses, which put them over the top, and the only part of the film that was 3D was in the trailer. Remember, it was a football trailer, and this football came flying at your face, and everybody dodged to get out of the way of the football.
Yeah.
But that was the only part of it. You've got this. It must have been the last one. You've got this big dragon scene.
Yeah.
And they burst through the ceiling of Gringotts, and remember feeling really flat after leaving.
It makes you feel sick as well, like
Yeah.
motion sick.
Yeah. But there was nothing in it that was 3D.
Yeah.
There was nothing 3D. Every kid imagines things being in front of you, like you can touch it. It's magical. No, that's not what 3D is.
That's 4D, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's just nothing about it. I went to see Toy Story 3D. It was rubbish.
Yeah.
Toy Story's crap anyway.
Hold on.
Opinion.
Which one? All three?
I really don't like Toy Story.
Toy Story 2 is the best one, as we know.
No.
Toy Story 2 is a very good film.
It's the best one out of...
1 and 2. 1 is a bit cursed because the character models are a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like the human
4,
character
I hated
weird.
4. I didn't think 4 was very good.
Which one is the one with the elephant? No, it's not the elephant. The purple teddy bear.
Lots of
That's
Hogan Bear.
3.
Yeah, 3. Lots of Hogan Bear. 3 is also a great film.
I've actually never I didn't watch the 4th one.
Oh no,
that
don't.
came out fairly recently as well.
Yeah, it came out last year.
or
Don't.
something.
The 4th one was not very good. Don't recommend. But do you want to hear a little funny story about 3D? So back in 2010, my family bought this 50-inch 3D plasma screen TV. Still got it now. It was 800 quid or whatever back in 2010.
Amazing.
And so it had 3D. It was Samsung. It had 3D, and it came with little glasses. And we never really watched 3D, but we had the Sky 3D movie channel. And my dad only watched Formula 1. He didn't really like watching TV. But because we had the 3D gimmick, he really wanted to try it. And so every morning I would come downstairs and he'd be sat on the sofa and he'd be watching the same film over. He would be watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You know that film? That was the only film we had on that had 3D. And every morning I would come downstairs and he'd be sat on the sofa with his 3D cup of tea, 3D glasses on, sat cross-legged on the sofa, just watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs every morning with the 3D glasses on. Been oh, it's amazing, I love it. And it
so immersive.
It made me laugh so much.
I do remember the first 3D TV I watched. It was at my uncle's house, and we'd never seen a 3D TV before. And the one thing we watched all evening was I think it was a David Attenborough documentary about Wales.
Nice.
Oh, amazing.
And we were fascinated by it. It was amazing. It was the only time I've enjoyed 3D.
I think 3D is actually better at home. Controversial opinion. I think home 3D is better than what you get in the cinema. I think a cinema screen is way too big for you to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
With the smaller screen, it feels like it's a bit more contained. Wow, everything looks a bit more,
Yeah.
depthy.
It did look, on the TV we have, it did look pretty good.
Yeah.
My dad thought so anyway, watching meatballs fall from the sky.
we had Coraline 3D.
I've never seen it. I've never actually seen
You've
Coraline.
never watched
No,
Coraline?
it looks
Oh my
terrifying,
God.
and people
It's
tell me
not
to watch it.
terrifying. It's not terrifying.
It's a bit
great.
terrifying.
I've never seen it.
I mean,
though.
if you're 6 years old, yeah, sure, it's terrifying.
No,
But
it's terrifying.
It
I
looks
saw a
spooky.
poster yesterday for Coraline 2. Don't know if it's true or not.
Really?
Don't know if it's true. I'll
I
find
feel like
it.
I definitely
I'll
would have seen
find
that
it.
on Twitter or something. If it
Same.
was true.
I tried looking at it, and I think the account got taken down, so I'm assuming it's fake.
Yes.
But the poster looked great.
People go saying there should be a live action version of Coraline. That'd be
No,
sick. People keep
no.
saying it. I'm like, yeah, why not? I'd watch that.
Defo disagree with that.
They should stop remaking and stop making live action versions of films. I've said it. There, I've said it. Stop
Live
remaking
action,
stuff.
Yeah, live action is actually bad.
No one needs a live action Mulan. The first Mulan was good. Don't need to make a live action version. There's no need. Didn't need to make a live action Lion King.
What was it?
Terrible.
Jungle Book. I've always
Yeah.
preferred the old one. Was it 1968?
Yeah.
Something like that. I've always preferred that one. I don't particularly.
No,
like
I
the
don't know
look of
why
the
you
new
need to make
one.
it live action. I don't get it.
I
Just trying
think
to find
it's because
this
it's
post.
easier than
Yeah,
having to do it
but-
by animation. It's quicker.
It's boring, though, isn't it? But
Yeah.
make new live action films.
Well, actually, no. I
Don't
say that,
remake.
but like live action, it doesn't mean live action.
It's a lot
it
of
means
like
a lot
CGI,
of CG,
like a lot,
yeah,
and that must
like-
cost a lot of money.
Yeah, but companies like Disney, they don't really care about money, do
No,
they?
that's true. We
Apart
should
from
have no more
making it.
Star Wars and no more live action remakes.
There's new Star Wars stuff on the way. Mandalorian coming out in
I've heard that's a
October.
very good show, but
Yeah,
the
same,
films I am not a fan
But
of.
then you get all the Star Wars nerds that will destroy you for even
I really don't get
potentially
it.
threatening that Mandalorian is not good because it's only the best thing that Star Wars has had in like 30 odd years.
Or the animated Clone Wars series. That's good.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I've seen that's good. But Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, bin it off.
Damn.
Bin it right off. Don't care. Ow.
Lord of the Rings. Bin it off. Did you just say that?
Yes, I did.
I am
I
hurt, Lucy.
really like
Harry Potter
the
mostly, though.
extended versions.
Harry Potter. Yeah, bin it off. I
I hate
love
Harry
that.
Potter.
I didn't particularly. I love the world they created, and when I was a kid and I watched the films, absolutely loved them.
Mm-hmm.
It was something I went to watch them with my dad. Loved them then. I look back
Yeah.
at them now, and there are aspects of them that I like. But I
Yeah.
think people always say, "Oh, the budget they had," and they
Mhm.
really kind of low end of production that they couldn't do what they wanted to do with what they had.
Yeah.
I disagree. There's
Yeah.
loads of films that are amazing that
Mhm.
had the same budget, the same amount of time. They could have done so much more with those films.
Yeah. I don't know how they're so popular, like as popular as they are.
I'm
Goblet
going
of
to be
Fire
honest,
was a
I actually really enjoyed
I
them. So
don't.
yeah, maybe it's just me because I used to watch them as a kid.
I never
liked the
did,
Harry
so I
Potter
guess I didn't.
films.
I didn't really grow up with them. I guess if you did, it would make
Yeah,
more sense
I
that
did.
you
I
like
did.
would hang on to them.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not bothered. I wouldn't go back and watch them now because but I'd read the books before. So,
Yeah.
Anyway.
We are constantly coming up with podcast ideas and topics, and we
Mhm.
love doing that. We've got lots in discussion at the moment for
Yep.
up until Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys have any ideas that you want to discuss, or if any ideas for us to sort out, if you don't want to be part of it, or if you guys want to be on the podcast and you've got something to say, something you're passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
anything film related, film TV related, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
contact us
Mm-hmm.
and we will
Please.
sort it.
So if you're sad about being online all the time, the podcast at the moment is partly in person, and the festival hopefully might have some in-person stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if you're kind of sick of being online, which is fair enough, get involved because you could do some in-person stuff with like
Yeah.
actual like real tangible people that you can't touch because we're far away, but
Yeah,
you
because
can
we're socially
see.
distanced.
Yeah. but you're close to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and-
a big mental health thing. If you're
Yeah.
struggling mentally,
definitely.
having something like this that you can put time into for online and also in person,
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mental
Yeah.
health, guys. Good mental
health,
vibes.
guys.
Yeah.
We're gonna get good brains.
Yes.
Everyone's gonna get really good brains.
No
this
more
year.
bad brain days. Good
No
brain good brain days only.
Do we want to wrap it up here?
Oh, we can like summarize our calls for like volunteers and stuff just quickly and like
Yeah.
re-say our emails
Oh yeah, that's a
Just-
good point.
because I want
Yeah.
people to message us.
I mean, you can't see our faces. I'm Juliet Holmes. I'm on Facebook. I'm in every year group chat.
Yeah, she hangs around.
I'm the
It's just
nagging
creeps.
third year. In one of the group chats, I'm called the nagging third year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Contact me or Aaron for anything.
Aaron Davies.
Aaron Davies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
He's got floppy blonde hair.
yeah, and glasses and yeah.
He does
He's gonna
have
hate.
fluffy
He's
blonde
gonna hate
hair.
me for saying that, but he has
Yeah.
got floppy blonde hair.
Dirty
yeah.
He does.
Blonde.
Yeah, he does. To be fair.
Dirty blonde. Is that his new nickname? Dirty
Dirty
blonde.
Blonde.
Oh, that's cursed. Okay.
Um, yeah, I'm Lucy again. If you want to get involved in the festival, if you want to be a volunteer, if you want to shadow me and learn more about running live events and stuff, then email me. My email is l.c.m.britton@edu.salford.ac.uk or whatever. I am on Facebook and Instagram. I don't really post much there, but you can probably find me on there. If you want to get involved with the podcast, email any of us, DM us on Instagram. Instagram's going to be really active very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so if you just want to be a volunteer for the festival, if you want to get involved in the podcast, if you just want to get involved in things and have something to do and like build tangible skills and CV experience, do not hesitate to contact me.
And if you wanna speak to me, you can either contact me through the UOS_film production Instagram page, or you can message me on Insta at Charles William Grimshaw, which is my professional account, which is spelled exactly as it sounds like it should be spelled. But it will be on screen or whatever as well, and there'll be links in the description on the YouTube video, or even on the description for Anchor FM, Spotify, whatever, if they have descriptions. I don't know.
And if you're unsure, you can just message the film production Instagram.
Yeah, obviously that way.
Aarif will just send the information to us.
To whoever is needs it.
If ever in doubt, just email Aarif or message the Instagram. It will get to us.
If anyone wants to buy a mug.
Yeah, if you want sick merch. Let us know.
I use my mug, my film production mug, every day.
Yeah,
guys, every single day.
If you want some sick
very
merch,
high quality.
Let us know.
They are nice.
They are nice quality. I want a hoodie. I want a film production.
Oh, film production hoodie.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
I want it.
If it had a big hood, I'd be down.
If anyone wants to sponsor us,
let
us know.
Any independent
any of those coffee shops or restaurants. Vertigo, Grindsmith.
Vertigo.
If any of you want to sponsor us, so we can have our brunch podcast, let us know.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually pretty hungry.
Someone needs to pay for this merch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shocking. Okay. Right. Amazing. Thank you so much, Jules. Thank you so much, Lucy.
Thanks
it's been
for having us on.
Lovely.
Hasn't
to
it?
talk to you.
I know.
We don't get to do this enough. Maybe
no.
Maybe
glad
there'll
we got to be on an
one.
episode.
I know.
People haven't seen us. They don't know who we are.
They still can't see us.
They don't know who we are. And
there is one other online one that we did that's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah. Which we're in that, but I don't know.
Yeah. It wasn't quite the vibe, you know.
I can't remember what episode I was on.
Production design?
Yes. You're on
yes,
the
guy. Yes.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. It was all good.
Love you guys.
Sick one.
Much love to everyone. Thank you so much again for watching this or listening or whatever you're doing. And remember to be active and talk to us.
Yeah.
Hit us up. And let's make some more film stuff. Even in this hard time, everyone says this, but it is a pain in the ass. And we're going to get through it. And we're going to keep making films. And you're going to help us. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Much love to the Film Production Podcast at UOS_film production. Catch us on Spotify, on Anchor FM, on Apple Music, on all your favourite streaming platforms. We will see you all for the Halloween special, which is going to be the next episode. Remember, get in contact for us for that as well.
And dress up.
Amazing. Yeah. And much love.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Jingle's playing, guys.
Jingle's playing, guys.
Oh my god, wow. I still have not heard this bloody jingle.